Hey guys, J-Bitch Phoenix here. We're back at it. Uh, what's up, matey? They should make it so you can customize the message at the top of the ad. What ad? What are you talking about? What are you referring to? Let's do our plugs and get started. Paperback, $20. My first book, Kindle Unlimited, free 99 minus 99. Kindle Digital, only $10. Make sure you give it a rating. Ratings and reviews boost our rankings in the Amazon store by tons and tons. If you give it a rating and review, I shout you out like these lovely people down here. If you want to read the first 5 chapters free, if you want to test the waters, it's available on scribblehub.com and wattpad.com. Actually, I'm going to replace this with Wattpad. Still no views or watchers or anything. This was... Wow, Wattpad sucks. Alright, I'm convinced. I'm gonna leave my account up, but... Still. If you want to support your boy, please consider subscribing on YouTube. Subscribe on Twitch. And there we have I have Patreon, and there's a link to another donation. It's another donation link in chat now. That's also on the panels, and both Patreon and the donation link are in the description on YouTube. There was an ad. Customize the message at the top of the ad. You mean like you can give feedback as to what ad you're watching? Shouts out to Alexandra Wrights for the follow yesterday. I believe we're at 74. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, 74. So shouts out to you. Let's update the follower. Sweet. We are almost a quarter of the way to 100 followers here on Twitch. Let me send this text out because I'm gonna forget if I don't do it now. I'm telling my brother to bring the game capture card tomorrow. So I can go back. Wow, that's loud. So I can go back to streaming the games Outlast 2 and without the stupid stream crashing through PS4. It says like catch J-Base Phoenix right after this break. Stick around to support the stream. And it was an ad for The Last of Us 2. Huh. Oh, you mean for me to customize the ad message? Yeah. That'd be cool. Because then I'd say something like, I don't know what I'd say, but I'd say something clever and creative. Today is less hot, which is why I'm able to wear the hoodie right now. I checked my thermostat and it's only 2 degrees cooler, but like, that made a huge difference. Yesterday it was just hot and sticky. Now it's just kind of warm everywhere in the house, except my room, because I keep my AC going in there. Not when I'm not in it, but like Yeah, I keep it like on a low setting for when I sleep, because it's just the worst if you try to sleep and it's hot and the covers are sticking to you and your legs are sweating. I don't know anybody saying insane enough to not use the covers when they sleep. Like, I feel like that's just something you gotta do. You just need any sort of cover and a pillow and a soft something to sleep on. But let's adjust the title. You guys excited for the PS5? The uh, reveal was today, along with several games. I wasn't there for the live reveal, and I also didn't have enough time to watch it. Um, any like VOD of it after the stream. So I woke up 2 hours ago. But I saw a lot of games. I've never been a Resident Evil gamer, but I saw Resident Evil 8. It looks okay. I feel like a lot of the games, based on what we've seen, a lot of the games look like they could just. This is my opinion. A lot of the games just look like they can be on PS. They could be on PS4. Like, I don't see what the hype is around it. The only thing I see as hype around the PS5 is the games themselves. Like, not the graphics, not like. I mean, do we even know about backwards compatibility yet? Like, is it confirmed that we can play older PlayStation games? They just need to make it to where the next PlayStation can play up to the PlayStation 2 or something. It looks okay. I'm not crazy about the design or anything. Like it's fine. It's not like, oh my god, this is the best design console. That's not what I'm. I don't care how it looks really. The controller reminds me of an Xbox controller, Xbox One controller. I saw pictures of the controller before, but I never spoke about it on stream. It it looks like it'd be comfortable for my hands. Like, I prefer the Xbox One controller over the PlayStation 4 controller anyway. Um, but that's just my opinion. It just feels more comfortable in my hands. So I'm excited to see how the controller feels in my hands. I hate the hot. I think it'll be good for £800. First of all, I can't afford that. Second, if I could, I'd spend it on so much equipment. OMG God. Like, I would just stick with Black Ops 3 Zombies and I'll be fine. So much equipment? Oh, you mean like filming equipment? And you play Black Ops 3 Zombies? Interesting. Black Ops 2 was my favorite. Not just zombies, but like everything. Everything about Black Ops 2 was just the best. Plus, it's kind of nostalgic for me. I started playing it my summer before I went to college, and then played it my entire freshman year, pretty much. And then it kind of started to die down when the newer ones came out. But back to the PlayStation 5. The only game I'm really excited for is Spider-Man Miles Morales one, because I love the first one. I'm not sure if it's a spin-off or sequel. I don't really care if it is. If it's either. I just want to play as Miles Morales because representation. And he's actually, like, I think he's my favorite. He's my favorite Marvel character. I think Wolverine is top 3, but he's my favorite Marvel character. And yeah, they didn't. I don't think they showed any actual gameplay, but it looks pretty clean. Again, it looks like it could belong on the PlayStation. Like, they could have announced this for the PlayStation 4, and I would have been like, yeah, okay. Like, the graphics don't look like a crazy step up from what we have now. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm excited for. I was considering getting it day one if um, if Miles Morales came out the same day. It would have been the first console I've ever gotten day one, because I normally wait for them to come out with the better versions of the consoles, because of normally the first consoles they ship out have all sorts of problems, and people find all sorts of problems with them. That's pretty much with every console that's released. Um, well, nowadays. So but they said holiday 2020, so I'm guessing probably December. I know it comes out. PlayStation 5 comes out November 20th, so it's probably gonna come out. Miles Morales is probably gonna come out around Christmas. So if I am gonna get the PS5 and play Miles Morales, I'm probably gonna have to do that. I'd probably do that on stream, and I'd probably have to order it before Christmas, but after it was released, so somewhere like early December, probably. Because if I order it too close to Christmas, it's never gonna get here. Well, before Christmas. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the only game I'm excited for. Black Ops 3 Zombies is the best engine, I think. It has the best lighting. Black Ops 2 has the best Mob of the Dead and Origins, which are phenomenal. Yeah. DC or Marvel? DC. I used to be a Marvel kid growing up. Um, but DC just beats Marvel with everything except movies. The comic books, like their Elseworld stories, are like I told you before. Injustice is my favorite DC series, and Tom Taylor's my favorite comic book writer. So because he wrote that, um, so they have Injustice. Red Hood is also one of my top favorite heroes. Static Shock is my top favorite hero, fictional hero across all. I think he's my top favorite fictional character across all sorts of mediums. Um, I just wish they'd find a way to bring him back. I know he's in Young Justice. That's another thing. Their animated stuff is just better than Marvel's. Though I can't really say that because I haven't seen Marvel's like TV shows. Their animated ones, like I don't even know the names of them. They have so many names and they're being rebooted all the freaking time. But Young Justice is one of my favorite animated series currently. Waiting for season 4. Also, the DC Universe, like the streaming site they have, is the only streaming site I'm paying for currently. Like everything else is under my mom, and I asked her to pay for Disney Plus, and we have a bunch of stuff from that. But like, I stay on DC Universe's site for any new show they're bringing out on their streaming service. The Harley Quinn show is fire. I liked Doom Patrol season 1. What else did I watch? Titans. I'm not as crazy about Titans. Was it season 2 that just came out? Season 2 was there. But I want to see where they go for season 3. I think it's season 3. Games, they beat them, because Injustice, and the Arkham Asylum games. I'm trying to play, but I'm really waiting to play those on stream. So I need that game capture card. My brother's actually just texting me. Yeah, there's a. They just beat them at everything besides the movies, and the movies is because people are just more hype and they had more time to build the movies up. Iron Man was 2008. Was it really 2008? It's still like those graphics are still graphics. The CGI is still incredible. Yeah, I just wish if they did a better job with their movies, they'd they pretty much just beat Marvel out for me. Oh yeah, we had this conversation, didn't we? John Constantine is my favorite DC character. I think you did tell me that. Gotham, the gothic film noir kind of characters are written so well to me. Give me some more examples. You can give me the strangest names, and I'll probably know who you're talking about. I also keep up to date, pretty up to date with their comics. I watch a YouTuber called Comic Storian, and he does. Shouts out to him because he does. Well, that entire channel does like abridged versions of the current comics DC and Marvel or even other companies are releasing. Actually, I'm not gonna. If I open that now, it's gonna slow my thing down further. But I keep up with certain series from DC, like the Red Hood and the Outlaws. He actually didn't read that. It's from the New 52, the New 52 Red Hood and the Outlaws. But there's a bunch of other stories. I got into dark DC metal through that and all that stuff. I've been watching them since 5 years ago, freshman year of college. I found his channel, and then once I found his channel, I just binged a bunch of his videos that same day I found it. And I distinctly remember one of the videos I watched being Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. I actually need to buy that just to put it on my shelf because that's one of my favorite Marvel stories. I like seeing Elseworld stories like that. Yeah. It's interesting to see all the ways Deadpool, like, just when I thought Deadpool might not be able to beat this character, he found a way. I'm like, yo, this guy's like Batman if Batman couldn't die. Like, Jesus. Let me share with you guys a concept for Antithesis I came up with yesterday. Some kind of spoilerific things coming for the 9th and 10th book in the Descended series. So I came up with... So when Mallows, the guy that has his whole villain group with the Dragon of War, Detrius being like the co-leader, when he creates this group, he's unlocking the potential of anybody that joins their group. So if somebody is already not at their strongest or what they could be, Detrius gets this power from his father that's unlocking the highest maximum potential of the character that he chooses, or characters that he's choosing, whatever. And Detrius, I think, which book did I have it in? Trinity. Yeah. Oh shoot, this doesn't... I think United is 9. I gotta change the titles, because I get confused and I shouldn't be with the 9th and 10th. Yeah, United is 9. So in Trinity, the 10th book, when Mallows comes out and creates this villain group, I wrote here that at some point Detrius unlocks Antai's potential, and then Michael, the Archangel, and Detrius duke it out over some stupid nonsense. But then I give through this unlocked potential, Antai received from Detrius after Detrius believes Antai would be a worthy foe. He receives flight, levitation, and the new form called limitless antithesis. I know that's a tongue twister a little bit, and I know it sounded kind of silly, but at the same time, in my mind, it sounds pretty dope. So limitless antithesis. This is like the most overpowered anti-hero or protagonist, whatever you want to call him, I've created thus far. Mallows is probably the most overpowered villain I've created thus far that isn't the devil. So his heat, when he gets to this state, he's not always in this state. It's when I haven't thought of exactly how he reaches this state just yet, but it's probably gonna be when I don't. It might have to do with emotions. I'm sorry. That's how every second form is unlocked or reached. Because I don't want him to be easily be able to go in and out of this form like Super Saiyan once the Saiyans get comfortable with that. Because this is like, I want this form to kind of be like a last ditch form. He's already powerful enough as it is, not only with his weapons, but even without his weapons, his abilities are just stupid. So I'm gonna read off the abilities that he unlocks. So heat from plasmic holy flames could melt multiple universes. So that's something you might not even be able to comprehend. No offense, because it's that dumb. But so his plasmic holy flames, which is a combination of plasma and fire that only he has access to, only he can generate. It's not just, it's holy fire. So normally it can burn with the heat of a blue star, and that would cause, even if he were to make a small flicker of it, that would burn a lot around him. And he doesn't normally go to that extreme heat for any of his when he's fighting anybody. But if he ever needs to, at this point, when he's limitless antithesis, he could do something as dumb as melting multiple universes, just setting every damn thing on fire from where he is, from a small flame. Just yeah. And I wanted it to be ridiculously strong because he's my second favorite character under Cryo Man. Cryo Man is not supposed to be stupidly overpowered, but he is. And since he's my second favorite character, he gets bonuses. And he's only my second favorite because I relate to Cryo Man the most, because I based him off of me and any other plat kid out there. So, and then all of his stats, like the supernatural strength, the super speed, all of this that's just at the supernatural or super level, goes to the immeasurable level. And I will show you what the immeasurable level is, where it is on the scale of different words to describe the powers. These are the various metals and the strength, and comparing that to everything. His weapons are all made of angelium, which is the strongest metal in my universe. Second is sin, second strongest metal. Next is nebula metal, which is the weapons the nebula dragons use, like the dragon of war Detrius. And then virtuosium is the metal found mainly on Earth that humans use for like cybernetic parts and stuff. Oh, this is the superpowered level for as far as like what's the strongest in each element. So plasmic holy fire under the fire category is antithesis. It's the strongest fire, and then holy fire, then plasmic fire, and then hellfire, healing fire, and then normal fire. And then it goes like that for the other elements too. But here's the scale. So it starts with enhanced strength. So that's normally anybody that's like maybe like a soldier that gets like an injection of some sort, and they can lift a car now or something like that. Super or superhuman strength that differs from supernatural strength. Super is just your average super strength. I didn't give it a weight. I'm going to give these weights at some point, to give these measurements. Then above superhuman is abnormal. This is for anybody that I feel This is like the smallest category. It's for anybody I feel is above a normal superhuman, but below like a god or anything godlike, which is well, the next two. So this is like the in between. Supernatural is mainly I just use these supernatural for the angels and demons. Um, that's like their own category pretty much. That's why most of anti stuff is listed as supernatural. It's above abnormal, and well, you see the rest. And then godlike, for anybody that's on the god tier or is a god, or yeah, anybody that compares to a god. Many characters, many overpowered characters like Detrius and Malus have this. Certain things under this, but then there's immeasurable, which is the highest, which but below unmatched. So immeasurable just means there's no limit. They have multiple feats, and whatever feat you see them do, they're able to top whatever you see. So there's no limit to what they can do, pretty much. But unmatched, see, this is any superpower skill. Unmatched means the person that has this is the only one at this level of their superpower besides the creator in the virtuous universe. And in the similar characters document, and we'll do some writing for the D&D campaign in a minute. Oh, sorry, May. Batman, John Constantine. A lot of Batman's enemies are Zatanna, Victor Zsasz could even have an argument for it. Those kind of characters. I like realize they're all usually written together, but it's that strain of DC's films which I love. So like the Dark Trinity stuff you like. What's a cool scenario I could put a character who can hypnotize? It's a cool scenario I could put a character who can hypnotize other people. And a magic show? What do you mean by scenario? It'd be a battle, it'd be the doctor's office. So let's scroll down to unmatched. So Milestone, get it, Milestone. He's unmatched in speed. Nobody can beat him as far as running or anything with speed goes. Arid has the best reflexes, unmatched reflexes. Risen Ronin, the one that taught Arid and Titan, is unmatched in swordsmanship. Nobody can beat him in a sword fight. Essentially, Diaz is best in hand-to-hand combat, so nobody can beat him in that. Titan, a character you haven't seen or probably heard much of. Best in dexterity, which is essentially reflexes, but the thought registers in your head. So Arid can dodge and react to things without thinking. Titan, it has to go to his head before he can react, but he's still pretty goddamn fast. Antithesis, I just put fire for him, so he has unmatched fire when he gets into the limitless antithesis mode. And then Malos, I put he has unmatched strength. I felt if Antithesis is going to have an unmatched power, then Malos should as well, because Malos, in theory, is going to be able to beat Antithesis, but Antithesis, if he wanted to, could kill him, but in doing that, he'd be setting the entire universe on fire. So, that's what the unmatched category means. So I'm just giving tiers and stuff to my to the characters. And if you wanted to know what the tiers were, these are also a fun fact. These are the Patreon tiers. Top Patreon tiers here. So we have humans at the bottom of the food chain, or the tier list, because humans are pretty trash. Aliens, myths / superhumans. So this is anybody like Lux, Cryo Man, Manticore, any enhanced human too, like Arid, Spire, Vice, Taijin, all of these people. The vampires fall here too, Tristan de la Croix, or any of the aliens fall here as well. Most of the aliens fall here. Then we have the demigods like Omniarch, Omnicide, two big bads that you'll see in book 3. Ked and Khalid, the Khalid, the two twins. Then, yeah, just any of the demigods you'll see at some point in the book, in the series. Then we have the gods, and then they're also on the same tier as the archangels and archdemons. I didn't want to call the archangels and archdemon gods because technically speaking they're not. They're under their god. But yeah, the gods and archangels and archdemons are under this tier. I'm not going to list them all, you can see them. And then above the gods and archangels and archdemons are certain characters like the Cosmic Council, which essentially they were created to keep everybody in line, but there are certain characters that are also on their tier, like Athen and Zael and Apathiel, that rival them in power. And these three are actually one's an angel, Apathiel, one's a demon, Athen, and then one is a hybrid, Zael. And then there are Reapers who are above the Arch Reapers and the Cosmic Council, so Grim and Samael, who are the two actual Reapers from my universe, the good and evil. And then Detrius, Malos, Antithesis, they reach a tier that's above Cosmic Council and Arch Reapers. Like, this is just stupid strong tier, essentially. And then we have the actual devil himself, Decimus, or itself, and then the creator itself. So that's what the tier list for the characters look like. Every character falls under one of these categories. So yeah. So I was writing a note for Trinity. I could actually close that out, so we can get back to the D&D story. Oh, where's my world building document? Ooh, escapes from a mental asylum prison, maybe? Oh, seems like you got something else. Let's go to... Let's go to... Oh my god, I am so hungry right now. Let's go to the world building, right? I don't think we need it open, actually. But yes, Antithesis is one of my favorite characters. Cryoman will always top everybody, though. Shockingly, Lux, even though Lux looks pretty much exactly like me, except with a haircut. Shockingly, Lux isn't my favorite. I think Lux is top 10, but not even top 5. I want to do some more drawings of Antithesis, actually. This boy here. This is the only drawing I have of him, so I want to. And also, I'm gonna pop him in 1 or 2 chapters in the D&D campaign, just because he's my favorite and because he could do that. Because in the 8th book, spoiler alert, he's part of the brigade, the Beyond Brigade, that goes into space. that goes into space to explore. I can't tell you why he goes into space exactly, but he goes to space essentially, and it's nothing really new for him because he's been to both the heaven and hell dimensions. So, what's space really? But yeah, the boy anti limitless antithesis. Yeah, okay. So we had the chapters. Last time we had the chapters planned out. We had, well, not planned out exactly like story wise, but we had the locations down. I'm trying to think of what chapters I want Antithesis to pop in. Probably Dagondo. He could be in the bar or something. Rescued. So this actually wouldn't include storage just yet. Players travel to a Dagondo bar. Characters. Or they should. Let's say I'll recommend it. Players are in every scene, and I made a note for myself, but I can't help writing them down at least. Players, the bartender. Who else would be in the scene? Probably Vira. Anti is definitely going to be in the scene. There's some other characters. Vicaro probably is going to be in the scene. Maybe I'll have them do a side mission with the bounty hunter Vicaro. To catch a bounty. Maybe they can get more credits, or units from that. This scene also includes the store. So let's move this over. What are some other hard alcoholic drinks? Maybe I should just put Sprite here for fun. I'm gonna write it and then put it in Discord when it's done. It's for college work, so I'm doing it quickly. Okay. That's what Discord is for. Well, it's for many other things as well, but that's one of the things it's for. I want Anti to make a reappearance at some point. Nebulon, maybe. He could actually help in the fight against, if they fight Timumphus, which is the chaotic evil that the god of Nebulon, the father of the dragon family, he struggled to put away on his own. Like, I think I'll put him here actually. That would be an awesome fight, to see them fight the chaotic giant evil boss that is Timumphus. Yeah. Do you draw the pictures of your character? Yeah, this is Anti here. I don't have every character up to date. As far as me drawing them currently. But yes, I eventually do at some point. Let me show you. I have Zero. His eyes aren't colored in. Normally, I'll leave the eyes blank when I draw somebody because I want to outline them first and then draw the eye with like the iris and pupil after. So in case I make them end up accidentally making them look cross-eyed, I don't have to erase the entire eye. I just have to erase the iris and the pupil. Yeah, so here's the Zero I have. He's the main character of the Disturbed series. And he's going to be one of the NPCs my friends will be allowed to recruit. So let's figure out some more story stuff for this. Nice, really cool. Appreciate it. It's actually some really good line work right there. I take it you learned how to draw because of your enjoyment of comics. Yeah, kinda. Kinda. I've always kind of drawn off and on. I don't know. It's reconnecting. I used to draw. Oh no, that's the name of this one. I don't know. How did I click this? I used to draw. Well, you kind of. If you don't know the story, I used to draw little stupid looking comics back in 6th grade, and then did that off and on, and then started taking it all more seriously around sophomore year of college, which is when I switched to screenwriting as my major, and yeah, I've been just improving. Freshman year is when I started drawing the characters in a sketchbook, but then sophomore year is when I started to redraw them all, because originally I wanted it to be an anime, and then I wanted it to be all the stories to be comic books, and then I realized in case I couldn't find any sort of this is Vital, one of the main descended arcs. In case I couldn't find one of the an artist, in case I couldn't find an artist for the for any of the comics, so I had to write them myself. My roommate pushed me to do that. Shouts out to Eugene. And also money was a concern. So that, and then also doing the work to find an artist, I was just like, this is too much. Let me just see what happens if I write it out myself, and I did. And then you can see a lot of these pictures at the end of the first book. There's biographies on every character that's mentioned by name. I think even Antithesis is in this. Should be. Or he might not be. Oops. Nope, he's not. But yeah, we have picture and then descriptions of... Oh, that's kind of hard to see. Descriptions of the characters on the same page. It's like a glossary. Also, so you get familiar with the characters because you might not know them by name. The preface to it is, well, it reads, key character biographies do not view until the name shows up in the book, because you might be spoiled if you search back there without knowing who the character is first. So, yeah. I need some more. That's my dilemma right now. I need some more creative powers for them, or just characters in general with names for them to fight against for a lot of the scenes. So that might take some time. You all decided to take a virtue badge exam. There are 4 total versions of the exam. The way the exam goes down: written, base, virtue, power test, fight test, or all 3. So you're gonna roll 100-sided die, and I'm actually gonna make this even smaller because I really want them to just fight. No, not 2, 3 to 4. I really just want them to do the fight. I could just make it and force them to do the fight, but what's the fun in that? I want to see if they can actually somehow nail the written, base, virtue, power test, or all 3 exams. If they do all 3, that's a win for me as well, because I get to see them fight anyway. But if they nail written or base, virtue, written, they just automatically pass. Or, no, if they do written, I might, like, test them. I'm going to give them a bunch of information on how virtue works. But then if they take written, I'm probably just going to spit the information back out at them and ask questions. So maybe I should do that. So maybe written should be pretty high. Base, virtue, power test, I don't see that being very entertaining. So let's do... I don't want written to be too high though. I really want to... If I'm putting the characters for them to fight here, I kind of want to make use of them. So let's make written 1 to 5. Let's make power test 6 to 7. And then fight test 8 to 9. So they have a little bit of a chance to do the written one. And then I'm not going to write out the questions now because I'm going to be explaining how virtue works in the beginning. And then I'm going to just look at my things and then just ask them questions on the spot, maybe like 2 questions each or something. They're going to pass the exam anyway, but they don't know. They don't know that. They don't have to know that. Because, you know, there's a whole other story out there. But if they so choose to do something so out of whack that I can't even continue with the story, then that's their choice. In the exam, Neural, who is the main villain of this one, this campaign bursts into the classroom and stares around at all the students, characters in the scene, and then what happens in the scene. Let's see, narration. A man bursts. Say a man kicks the door down. Steps to the classroom. Oh, I need a teacher character here. Oh, I put teacher at the top. Okay. The teacher doesn't need to have any sort of power. They just need to give them a really wacky name. I got it. Characters in the scene. Teacher man. Ah, yes. Room falls silent. Glass. The room glass. Everyone. Stares at the man, confused. Teacher man speaks. Teacher man speaks to him. Alright, can I don't like the way I'm writing this narration. Maybe I should write it like how I write my books, so it should still fall under the 2, but do it like this. I'll do it like kind of how I did my old scenes. Like when I started writing scenes, it was before I started writing the book. I would just write scenes to figure out the personalities of my characters. I would just write it out like this, write who was speaking, and then maybe put an action, an asterisk. There was not a whole lot of action. It was more speaking than anything, but maybe I'll do it like that. My laptop's about to die and I can't get my charger. 2 a.m. Looks like I'm gonna have to pop off earlier than planned. I should do that with my characters more often. Draw them? Yeah, it's good to have some sort of visualization. Plus, you can, once you draw them, you throw them in the Discord and we can have a peek. No judgment. If you think your art is bad or whatever, I don't really think there's such thing as bad art. Art is subjective, so. Yeah, sure. I'd like to see some of those characters you come up with. I'm I meant just write. Oh, you just meant write the scenes. But I can't draw that well. Oh, okay. But yeah, yeah. I do. I did. I used to do that to figure out their personalities. Just quick little scenes here and there, and a few of them actually made it. There's a scene between Ice Cap and Sina, about Ice Cap talking about being able to kick college's ass or something like that, and that was a scene I wrote back in 10th grade. And I obviously changed the wording around a little bit, but that scene made it into the first book. You can try that. Okay. Yeah. Teacher man, can I help you? And I'm putting their name and then their dialogue. Actually, I don't need to put this in quotes. Putting their dialogue next to them because I'm gonna be doing voices. The campaign we're doing right now with my friend, he doesn't change his voice for any of the characters at all. Also, a lot of his characters have attitude, and I don't really like it. He's like, "You're a Sith, bro." It's a Star Wars campaign. He's like, "You're a Sith, bro. What do you expect?" And I'm like, "I expect respect, Hassan. That's what I expect. I'm gonna start killing every fool in here right now, cause I'm a Sith." 3%. Oh yeah, matey. Go charge your laptop or go to bed or whatever you gotta do. You don't have to let your laptop die on my stream, bro. I appreciate the commitment though. Teacher man, can I help you? Oh. No. You can't. Then I have to ask you to leave. Ask you to leave. Oh, God. To ask you to leave. Is the exam over? Yes. Did they pass? I'm going to have to call secure. Let's see. The man, teacher man, begins to float off the ground and clutch at his own throat. Neural. Did they pass? Teacher man to let go. And shoot, I'm writing this like an actual story. But I feel like I need to at some parts. So it'll be like a story and then they have to make a decision and decide if they want to roll or not. It was going to be a glorious sacrifice. Alright, have a good stream, Jay and Lurkers. Appreciate you, matey. Have a good night, bro. Thank you for stopping. Thank you for chilling in the stream today. As always, one of the regulars. And gas for air. I don't like the formatting of this at all, but I'm gonna probably have to deal with this. Let's put narration here. You have all welcome to disturb the planet. Disturb. You have all decided to take the virtue badge exam for your own. Oh, let me write that down for them. They, as players, need to come up with a backstory and their reason for taking the virtue badge exam. So let's continue with the maybe if I just start writing out the things like I'm doing now, it'll help me decide what's going down in the other chapters as well. Then doing that I can also figure out what scenes need villains and enemies for them to fight. Excuse me. All decided to take virtue exam for your own personal reasons. And we'll leave it there because the stream is over. It's 9 o'clock. Let's do our plugs and hop on out of here. We'll continue with more of this. Today is Thursday. We'll continue more with this Saturday. If I can get my game capture card tomorrow, we will be streaming Outlast 2 some more Saturday if I can figure out how the hell to hook my game capture card up properly and put facecam on. So let's close that out. Let's minimize these. And let's do our plug. So if you want to support your boy, consider subscribing on YouTube. That's like the best thing you can do. It's the freest thing you can do. But if you want to support in other ways, because you just got so much money to donate, we have a donation link in chat now. Link to the Patreon and the donation link that I just put in chat is in the panels down below on Twitch and in the description down below on YouTube. Consider subscribing on Twitch if you want. That's like the simplest way to support without needing to go anywhere or anything. If you want to read the first 5 chapters of the book I've been plugging since I started streaming, go ahead and do that on Wattpad.com or Scribblehub.com. And the book itself, if you just like, you know what, I'm just go ahead and buy this book. That is available on Amazon.com. Paperback is only $20, and you get a glossary of all the characters in the back. Look at this man. Look at this man. Oh God, no. There it is. Look at this man. He's in the back of the book. Who is that? I don't know. Read the book. The paperback is $20. Kindle Unlimited, it is free $99 minus $99, and the Kindle Digital is $10. Make sure you give it a rating. If you give it a rating, it helps. It boosts the rankings in Amazon. If you give it a rating and review, it boosts it even more, like by thousands, no joke. And I shout you out like these lovely people down here if you give it a rating and review. But other than that, no stream tomorrow for anything. And then we'll be back Saturday. Like I said, if I can get my game capture card tomorrow, we will be streaming Outlast 2 some more. Not through the PS4 this time, and you will also be able to see my face. Hopefully. But that will be after our normal writing stream on Saturday. So like 9:30 to whenever we want to stop. I don't like playing Outlast for too long, so probably 9:30 to 10:30 around there. But we'll see. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shouts out to Alexander Wrights once again for the follow. Shouts out to the boy Maney, the regularist regular that there is on the stream right now. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna get out of here. And this is J Bakes Phoenix once again